In this game, we have Minas Tirith going up against Harad and Harad. We're going to be playing 500 points of reconnoitre. The objective in reconnoitre is to get onto your opponent's board edge while trying to stop your opponent from getting onto your board edge. This turned into a really close game, so it's worth watching to the end.
I think I'm teetering on the line of being in a very good position or a very bad position.
And this is Conquest Creations.
Hey, I'm Sean Rosado. I'm taking Gondor today. I've got Gandalf the White riding around on Shadowfax, Faramir fully kitted out, a couple of bowmen, a couple of spears with shields, a couple of swordsmen with shields, and then a couple of knights of Gondor. I'm real keen to just give it a whirl. Let's just have some fun with it.
Hey, I'm Jacob. Today I'm going to be playing my Harad and Harad alliance. Starting out with a Mahud King, fully kitted out, so he's got a war camel, a shield, a war spear, and a blowpipe. He's got 4 half trolls with him, a couple Mahud warriors, and a Mahud raider. Next up, we have a normal Haradrim chieftain leading 6 watches of Kana with double blades and a handful of spearmen. We also then have a Haradrim chieftain on a horse with a war spear fully kitted out with a handful of raiders. This army is going to be a lot of fun. It's got a whole bunch of different unit types, so we'll see how it goes against the Gondor.
This is the table that we're going to be playing on today. It is the ruins of a Gondorian city. It's a perfect thematic table for this matchup.
So the first roll for priority.
You can have that.
Alright, and because we're playing Recon, I'm going to roll for each of my warbands to see if they make it. So let's go first with my General Harad warband on a 3, so they do not. My Harad warband, they do arrive, and my final warband does not arrive.
My warband that did make it in was my Mahud King, and he's just gone straight in the middle.
Alright, so right now I'm going to start off by rolling for Gandalf and his warband. I've only got 2 warbands. Let's go with him. He doesn't show up. And then for Faramir's warband, also does not show up. So, huzzah.
Priority?
Yep. Priority. 4. That goes to me. Gandalf's warband shows up. Not moving his full distance. So, Gandalf using his free one to get Terrifying Aura. Pops it. Deployment, nothing special. Just getting my guys on the board. I just wanted to make sure for my bows, even though I've only got the 3, that they do have a bit of line of sight. Faramir's warband shows up as well. So nothing really special this turn. Got my knights on the flank. But I think at the moment I'm just going to try and clash my lines. Hopefully whittle his numbers down a bit. Maybe get 1 or 2 kills with the bow.
I put my Harad warband just dead center because they are really the hammer of this army. So managed to get all 3 warbands in by turn 2, which is pretty nice. Now I put a warband of my cavalry directly in line with Faramir and his cavalry. So ideally they just cancel each other out and I take out some of those horses and Faramir doesn't break through my lines. And then the other warband on the wide flank, hopefully they can march a few times and just get off the board without even touching anyone.
I won priority this turn, meaning that I had to move first.
So in my move, all I did was I pushed everything forwards, nothing surprising there. Although I did push my king and his friendly Mahud raider friend with him, and didn't realize how close Gandalf actually was and how fast he can move on Shadowfax.
Just moving with my warriors of Gondor to meet the left flank of Jacob's warriors. 5 inches up here. He's going to cast the Sorcerer's Blast on that back guy. I'm going to use 1 from his store and 1 free one to get rid of him. And on a 5.
So my Mahud raider being pushed back 5 inches from Sorcerer's Blast. Now that will knock him prone. Do you want to roll another dice for the Strength 3 hit against him?
Strength 3 hit. 5.
And that will
knock
take him out. Sean decided to go for the raider instead of the king. Now I think that makes sense because the king does have the 2 will points, and taking out the raider just means that he's all by himself now. Then Sean moving outside my charge range is really painful for me because that king is totally exposed at the moment.
Yeah, so my turn. I really just move things forward. A couple of my warriors of Gondor started moving to the left flank. The other guys just sort of moved up the middle, and then I kind of hid my knights behind a wall. But the big thing was moving Gandalf 10 inches, popping off a Sorcerer's Blast and killing a Mahud Raider, and then moving an inch out of charge range from Jacob's Mahud King, so that I don't get charged next turn and cop that camel charge bonus.
Alright, let's go. Priority. And goes to me again, so my move.
Yeah, you can have. So I lost priority, but I think I'm going to call right move Gandalf. I think I want to take advantage of the Mahud King who's out all on his own. Is it worth a point of might? Let's wait and see. For now, I'm going to just do another Sorcerer's Blast.
Cool.
So, Gandalf is not going to move, but he is still within that 12-inch range to use his Sorcerer's Blast to hopefully knock the king off. If not, hopefully use up the king's will, and then I can have fun with him later on. So 2 die gets on a 6.
Alright. I think I need to resist this. I'm going to use both of my will, and let's go for it. 2 and a 3 will not resist, so I'm definitely getting Sorcerer's Blasted.
And he's going to go straight into those things. Now he's going to go back 6 inches.
6 inches, so
He will slam into the crates.
I'll go there and I'll stop in the crates. So I take a strength 5 hit from the Sorcerer's Blast.
Nope.
And a strength 6 hit from hitting the crates.
4.
Which
defense,
will do
5,
it, so I
yes.
take a wound. Now, I will burn my fate straight away, and I'll pass that fate. Nice. He also takes a strength 3 for Throne Rider, so Sean roll that damage.
Gets a 1.
I don't think that heroic move from Sean was the best idea. It didn't seem like he gained anything that he wouldn't have gotten anyway from just going when it was his turn. But we'll see.
Not too exciting for me. Losing the King's Camel really sucked, so he just jumped up and he moved back so he can be next to his warriors. Everything else just pushed forwards.
With the rest of my move, I just pushed the rest of my army forwards, and when it was Sean's turn to move, he did something very similar with all his troops.
Moved Faramir and his knights to split them up a little bit just so that there was a firing line for my bows to try and take down the chieftain, the Haradrim chieftain. Hitting on 4s, gets 1. Now it goes up or down, please be down, gets up. Strength 2 bow, defense 5. Nothing.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to quickly talk about something. At the time of posting this video, I'm only up to 350 subscribers. So if you wanted to consider subscribing to help this channel grow, that would be really helpful. Also, leave a comment, maybe talk about what you thought of the army lists, or point out some tactics that Sean and I could have done better for next time. Really appreciate the support, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure you engage with it, give it likes, give it comments, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks guys, and back to the show.
I won priority again, and I pushed my raiders up in a way that Sean could only charge one of them, and I was still getting onto his side of the table.
I'm just going hard onto Sean's flanks. I don't need to worry about going through the middle, and technically in this scenario, I don't even need to kill him, I just want to get my models off, so all my models are going up the flanks.
Sean just pushed his models, all of his troops around to counter my push down his flank and hopefully slow them down a bit.
Gandalf is going to fit through that gap. He's going to come here. He's going to Sorcerer's Blast this guy. So needing a 4+, gets it on a 6 and a 5.
So the front one takes a strength 5 hit.
So front one as in him.
Yep.
6.
So that's a wound.
Oh, they're 2 wounds, that's right.
There are 2 wounds.
And then he'll hit those 2 there.
Yep, so each of them take a strength 3.
So the shield guy is dead. And the other guy here gets a 4. That won't do anything, will it?
Nope.
And then he takes 2 more wounds for hitting the guys, correct?
Takes 2 strength 3s, yes.
Gets a 5, strength 3 defense.
6.
His move, charging him. So after Gandalf's successful Sorcerer's Blast, he's going to call a heroic combat on this prone half troll. I get a 5.
I'm on a 6. That's
Right.
so good.
Yeah, I'm going to use my last point of mine.
Half trolls and Gandalf are both fight 5.
So,
Gandalf has the Elven Blade, and Gandalf wins it.
So, because this is prone, fires to wound, gets it. And then he's going to move into that next one that's on the ground.
Yeah. Alright, my 2 attacks.
Cool.
Snake Eyes.
6. And doubling up, needing something. Yeah, he's very dead.
He's very dead.
Gandalf is now officially out of might as well. So Gandalf is really in a sticky situation.
On the other side of the board, Sean failed to wound my raider.
Now, Sean ended up taking out 2 half trolls, which really sucked, but it does leave Gandalf out of might in a position where he's vulnerable, so I'm really going to go for it next turn. One of my raiders got into combat, and they're in an interesting spot with Faramir totally surrounding them, but all they need to do is delay him long enough that he won't be able to get off the board, so I'm really going to go for those horses and try to kill them so that they're slowed down. Both Faramir and my chieftain have called a heroic here, so the roll-off goes to... Do you want to roll it?
You.
Goes to me on a 2. Perfect.
So after winning the roll-off the heroic move, I opted to go for 5 one-on-ones here, and I charged Faramir with just a regular raider. Now this was hopefully just to tie him up, and on the other side, I did a heroic with my chieftain, and everyone was pushing forwards. Now it was really important that the king charges Gandalf the White. The reason for that is if he charges, then the half trolls will automatically pass their courage test to charge Gandalf the White as well, because of the Mahud army bonus. So I got all of them in there, and then the rest of the force just pushed up. In Sean's move, he just pushed his archers forwards and ran his troops into the combat. Failed a courage test with one of them against the half troll, but still managed to get a few of them in. Now the important thing is that his warriors were able to charge my king, meaning he was no longer fighting Gandalf the White.
So my archers firing into Sean's archers. 2 hits, 6 to wound, and nothing.
So Faramir here, in a regular raider, has decided to call a heroic combat. I'm really blasting through my might, but hey, still works.
So it goes to Faramir, and you need a 4 to take me down.
Gets it. Now I'm going to charge, he has a lance, so he's going to go into the chieftain there.
Alright, so that chieftain is in a lot of trouble.
Let's do your chieftain who is trapped.
Alright, I've got 2 attack,
Faramir
and
and
that's
the friend, so it goes to me on
enough
5.
to win the fight.
Both with lances, your defense.
Defense of 5, so Faramir
So-
needs 4s, and the other guy needs 4s as well.
So Faramir doubling up to get 4s, gets
3 wounds, so that is a chieftain on full stat,
gone.
dead.
It's a point of might that went down the drain on Jacob's side. He's only got 3 more cav units on that side to my 5, so I've definitely got the numbers advantage. Hopefully I can knock them off and then charge up the flank.
Alright, next fight.
Yep, we'll just do this boy here. Yours.
I'm on a 6 and getting +1 to wound here. A 2 will not be enough.
And then we'll just do one-on-ones. 4
Goes to you.
and a 3.
Not enough. And last one.
4
And a
Goes to you.
5. I'm gonna strike the horse. Not enough. Where are we starting?
Let's do this one here. So I've got my 2 because I got spear support.
Yep. My Watch of Kana has many blades.
Get 5.
I'm on a 6, so I'll
Goes
win
to
that
you.
fight and need a 6 to kill,
No.
which I will not get.
Do you want to do your half troll there
Yep.
against my 2?
I'm on a 6, so I'll win on fight value, and
No,
Nothing.
snake eyes. Good on him. Let's do your half troll against Gandalf. So
Yep.
equal fight there.
half troll has 1 spear
Gets a
support.
4.
Is
I take
also
it.
on a
Oh, no, it's
4
equal.
equal fight.
I do have the elven blade.
So 1 or 2 goes to me. 3, 4, 5, 6 goes to you.
I'll take it.
Oh, the elven blade makes the difference.
And then, yeah, got to go after him. So needing 4s?
5s.
5s.
Nothing. Alright, my king versus your 2 warriors.
Yep. Gets a 5.
I'm on a 6.
Oh boy, that's gonna be a dead warrior.
And
No.
nothing.
Oh.
Wow, so
Okay.
no damage anywhere this turn.
So I think the biggest thing that happened that turn was obviously Faramir trapping the chieftain, and then subsequently killing him. I really want to use that last point of Faramir's might for a march. If I have to use it, to kill some things, then I will. But the march is obviously better. Nothing happened on the other side of the board. No wounds, no kills, or a few combats.
I won priority again, which was super lucky, and I've really had that on my whole game. Sean didn't call a heroic move with Faramir, so I just tied all the knights up, just trying to delay them. Now, I've also had this little group of 3 archers that have been sitting at the back, and they're just going to stay there, because this turn they'll get a few shots in. I got to charge on Gandalf the White as well, charging again with my king so that my half-trolls could go in, and then with the rest of my troops I was just tying up the rest of the warriors of Minas Tirith, kill them, and move forwards.
He's gonna go into this guy back here.
Cool.
Behind cover, nah, they're just gonna go straight 6.
So no heroics called. Let's go through these fights. Starting here, we've got a 1 spearman fighting 1 spearman.
I got 2.
I'm on a 3, and a 3 for nothing. Let's go Watch Rakana fighting guy.
5.
5 as well. I have fight 4, so I will win it. And nothing.
Him.
Watch Rakana with the spear support this time. I'm on a 6, so I'll win it no matter what. And 2 6s will take him down.
That's my first death.
Alright, let's go. Let's do the Gandalf fight.
Oh, I get
2 high. So the king will roll first. He's got a 2 high. The half troll will roll. He's got a 5, so I'll win that fight. The Mahud Spearman's going to go for Shadowfax. And potentially wounds. Is Shadowfax defense 4 or 5?
Shadowfax is defense 5.
Alright, so nothing. Now the half troll's first strike at Shadowfax will do a wound because he's strength 5.
So Shadowfax Fate passes.
Half troll's second strike at Shadowfax
No.
does nothing. And then the king will go for Shadowfax and does another wound.
Yep, so Shadowfax is dead.
And then the king at Gandalf the White.
Losing Shadowfax, it's tough, but at the end of the day, he was just constantly going to get charged, so it's not the biggest loss. If I can break free, if I could win priority next turn, which I need to do, Shadowfax would have been key. So it is a downer.
Does nothing. Gandalf is just knocked prone, or knocked off his horse.
It is not on his bum.
Cool. Half troll versus warrior.
I'm going to shield.
I'm on a 3.
I get a 6.
And Sean will win that. Alright, we'll do spearman fighting warrior.
1.
3. And nothing. And then Watch Rakana fighting 2 warriors.
Gets a 6.
And you'll win it. I'm defense 4, so you need 5s to wound.
Gets him.
And gets a kill. Alright, over here let's do 1-on-1. Watch
I'm
Rakana
gonna
versus
shield.
warrior.
6.
Banner reroll.
It's
Goes to you.
mine. So you get fucked.
1-on-1 here.
I'm going to shield. Gets a 4.
On a 6. And nothing. And then 3-on-1 there.
Jesus. I'm going to shield. Gets a 4.
So I'll roll for the chieftain. Gets 4s. That'll win already.
That'll win.
So we got the chieftain needing 5s, and the chieftain gets him. Alright, looking good for me on this side of the board. Alright, let's start. 1 fighting 2. I'm on a 6.
Jeez.
And a 5 will do it because I get +1 to wound from my lance, so I'll kill one of them.
1v1.
Let's kill this one.
Cool, because it's a 1.
Alright, Faramir and a friend fighting one of mine.
Faramir,
I'm on a 4.
friend.
Oh! Are you going to spend the last point of might?
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Alright, so Faramir's last point of might to win the fight. Ha! Spent a point of might on it. Perfect.
Oh, wait. What am I doing?
And
Faramir gets it.
gets the kill. Last 1-on-1 here. I'm on a 1.
4. And 4s?
5s because I charged you.
5s.
5 will do it. Alright, so the rate of force is almost completely annihilated.
So again, priority just didn't come to me.
King charging Gandalf needs a courage test, and he'll pass it. So he'll go in there. The half troll will auto pass, so he'll go in as well. This Watch Rakana will charge both of those warriors, and this one will take a courage test to charge Gandalf.
That's whack.
They get +2 to charging terrifying things,
Do they?
but he fails.
Oh, thank God.
Shit.
Okay.
This spearman will go in next.
Nah.
He'll fail too. This spearman won't be able to make it around. So he'll just go and support there. That really sucks because Gandalf's not trapped. He'll charge. He'll charge there. Charge those two. Charge that one. And just charging Faramir and a friend to tie them up for a little bit longer. So, legging it for the objective.
And it doesn't really matter. I can't get past them anyway. Cool. He's charging that one. He's charging that one. He's booking it here.
So we have my raider in a lot of trouble here, and one of the knights running to the board edge. I have my archers defending this barrier, and then over here all of Sean's models are tied up in a big melee. Alright, so Gandalf's fight. Gandalf's on a 4 high. I'll roll my king. I'm on a 5 already, and there's nothing Gandalf can do there. So the king's 3 attacks into Gandalf does 2 wounds. And then I have the half troll. Scores another 2 wounds. And then I have the spearman. Does nothing. So that's 4 wounds on Gandalf. Now he has 3 fate, but he can re-roll his fate. Passes.
Second fate.
Passes.
Third fate.
Fails.
Re-rolling.
But re-rolls. And passes. So he takes
Nothing.
just 1 wound.
Oh, 1 wound. Oh yeah, it's 4 wounds. Cool. He takes 1.
So Sean lost a total of 4 warriors of Minas Tirith in this fight, leaving me a lot of open space to take. I did spend a point of might with my chieftain to get a kill, just to free up some more space. Over here, no one died, but I won 1 fight, Sean won 1 fight, and that last raider is gone. So, looks like Sean has a lot of models that could get off, and I have a lot of models that could get off. This will be a high scoring game. So all of my raiders on that side are now dead, meaning I'm super vulnerable, and it looks like Sean is definitely getting those models off the board, so I just need to race him on the other side.
Yeah, not the turn that I wanted or needed. I needed to kill things, but also not get killed, but ultimately I just got slaughtered, especially on that left flank.
Alright.
So I'll go on a big 10.
Rolling for priority. I'm on a 1. Alright, Sean's priority.
Yes!
I'm gonna call a heroic with the Mahud King.
Yep. Cool. So I won priority, which is pretty awesome, finally. It didn't really do much, he just called a heroic move, so what can I do? I got no might. Look, this is a big turn. I need to lose 2 warriors. I need 2 of my guys to die, and then beginning of next turn, run my knights off the board, and the game ends, and I will have won.
Courage test to charge Gandalf.
Fails.
Nah, he's courage 5. Passes. So he'll charge. I'll just measure who's within 6 of him. The other chieftain was at the start of the turn. And then stacks on Gandalf. Oh, so Sean is running away with that 1 warrior. Alright.
So at this stage in the game, it ends when Sean is reduced to 4 models left on the table. He has enough models that could get off that if they get off, then the game will end and I will lose. Even though I've killed a lot of his stuff, I can still lose it. I really want to pull this back.
Shit, I would have done that if I knew.
Alright, things are getting pretty dire for me, so I just need to leg it to the board edge. So Sean, you have priority. Which combats would you like to start with?
Let's do your chieftain there.
Yep.
I'm going to fight normal.
I'm on a 4 high.
It's yours.
Alright, so I need 5s to kill them, but I actually don't want to kill you at this point. So I don't. Nice. Alright, where to next?
I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna stab.
Yes, you are. Alright, I've got 6 attacks in there.
2.
I'll definitely win that.
Do I kill myself? So I need what, 6s?
Need a 6. Do I kill you?
Yes.
No! Oh, I have to roll again because you're trapped.
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Hey Gandalf, do you want to stab as well? Nah, but that's leader kill.
That is the leader kill. Alright, roll your attacks for Gandalf.
Oh, big 6.
Oh, that's
big
not good.
6.
Mahud King.
Ooh.
2 half trolls.
Oh,
Hey, you got the 6. Okay, so it's even. 1 or 2 goes to me. 3, 4, 5, 6 goes to you.
Oh, it's you.
Alright, and he is so dead. So this is the king. That's 1. This is half troll number 1. That's 2 more, so Gandalf is dead, getting me the leader kill. Yes, got the leader kill. Alright. Last couple fights, I managed to charge in with my archers over here.
Are these guys trapped?
Oh, wait, no.
No. We've already done it, but we just didn't move them back. Archers, 1 and 1. 4. Kills.
First one. Next one. Goes to you.
No.
4 is nothing. Last one.
1.
1 as well. Equal fights.
You.
Goes to me. Does nothing. Priority.
I'll
1.
take it. Give it to me. He's gonna go into chieftain.
Yep.
He is gonna go into your king and Mahud go there.
Yep.
He is gonna go right through there and jump under him.
So just tying up my guys to hopefully prevent them from making it across the board. So first model off.
Dun 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 dun. And all of that cool stuff. Basically they're off next turn. Oh boy, just out.
So my archers are just running after these men of Minas Tirith. If they can tie them up, I can potentially prevent Sean from getting quite a lot of points there. So all my models just running, and they will be able to get off next turn, but it might not be enough. And the rest of the models over here are just going to leg it towards the objective. He'll jump on there, and they'll be able to heroic combat using the king's last point of might, so he might get the trap just to be sure. And the spears running, and the watch Sakana running.
6 and stab.
Fuck, you got a 6. The half troll. And the spearman. Hey! So my king.
Nope.
King again.
Dead.
Yeah. Alright, this fight here.
Cool. Fighting normal. Mine. Nothing.
And lastly, this one in here.
Stabbing, by the way.
So I've got my Watch of Kana, my half troll. Yep. And let's roll for the half troll first. Gets
Dead.
the kill.
Do I stab myself? No. Yes? No.
So Sean is now broken. That means that if some of these guys run away, I could potentially still get this win. Let's go priority.
Priority. Big one. I'm in a good position. I think I'm teetering on the line of being in a very good position or a very bad position.
So all of a sudden, I'm in a really bad position. Sean has a lot of his models getting really close to the board edge, and he got his first model off this turn, so he is in the lead. Now, I only need to reduce him to 4 models for the game to end. 1.
Yes!
Oh! Do I win that? I fucking win that! Yes!
I still win. I can still win this.
Alright. So my move, very important, is just tying up these guys.
Dad. It's a lot closer than I think we both thought it was going to be. I genuinely thought I was going to topple it very early on, but I'm I've done a lot better than I thought I would. A few strategic errors on both of our parts, but I think that just makes for the fun of the game.
This game is absolutely down to the wire at this point. Could very easily go either way.
Absolutely straight.
I won priority this turn, which is absolutely huge. It means I can tie up the rest of Sean's models, and this is the last turn of the game. So all 4 of these models leave the board, getting me 4 points there. Now over here, these guys won't make it off the board anyway, but I may as well try, so they'll all just move forwards. So this fight in here,
Stabbing.
and Sean's on the 4 of my half troll, who will win that, and the half troll,
Oh, I didn't.
he's dead. Lastly, over here,
So 2 on your 1.
yep, I'm on a 2.
5.
So Sean is down to 3 models left on the board, meaning that this is game over. This is perfect for me. If I had lost priority, I wouldn't have been able to stop those archers, and I just managed to tie them up. That means we've got the same amount of models off the board, I've killed the leader, and I've broken him.
So, priority. Nipped me in the butt again. He rolled a 1. I was so confident and excited. I just chucked my dice. You gotta pray to the dice god from time to time, and I feel like I haven't done that lately. So I rolled a 1, giving Jacob priority, because I had priority turn 4. Ultimately, the game came down to that die roll, that priority roll. All my guys got swamped up. I was able to get my knights off, but my archers, who were going to win me the game, got swamped up. I really should have left one of those archers back to block a path, but I think I was just a bit too excited.
And that is the win for me. So we both got 4 models off, meaning that no one gets any points for that. I killed Sean's leader, giving me 2 points, and I broke him, and I was only 1 model off breaking, so that gives me another 3 for a total of 5 to Sean's 0. Now this definitely was my game to lose because I thought I had a big advantage, especially with the Gandalf plays at the start, but Sean pulled it back really, really well, and despite having a pretty below average list and not much experience with it, he nearly beat me with one of the lists that I've played a couple times at tournaments. So super impressive, props to him, because really, I think this is a moral victory for him.